Lag rolls are used at close ranges and high closure to remain offensive behind the bandit by flying a longer out-of-plane flight path. They prevent overshoots at times where simply using lag pursuit to control range, angles and closure would meet the bandit's reversal criteria. So in this, we're going to be high speed and the bandit's going to be high speed. So initially the turn circle is going to be pretty large. Now as the bandit begins his turn, we're going to align our fuselages by turning with him, then pulling the nose up. Begin barrel roll towards the bandit at 6 o'clock. Continue the roll till the fuselages align, then we begin our pull down. So here we're left in an offensive lag pursuit position, and we can transition into a gunned attack. So now let's see what happens if we don't align the fuselages and create enough lead pursuit at the beginning of the manoeuvre. So as the bandit turns into us, we're just going to pull up. We'll disappear under the nose. This means we need to roll quickly to maintain sight before aligning fuselages and coming down. And what we see is that the range is increased by the end of the manoeuvre. So now we'll look at what happens when the bandit isn't being very cooperative. So the bandit begins his left turn, we follow inside, bring the nose up, and barrel roll away. You see that he's reversed back towards us, and this is now forced at rolling scissors. So now we'll fire the rolling scissors to get behind his 3-9 line, and then be in a position for a gunshot. You use lag rolls when you've got high closure and low range against a bandit, with the goal being to reduce that closure and keep your 3-9 line advantage. To do a lag roll, you're going to align your fuselages in lead pursuit and begin a climb out of plane. Then you barrel roll towards the bandit at 6 o'clock and continue the roll until the fuselages align and then pull down into the bandit, at which point you can adjust your pursuit curve as needed for your position. When doing lag rolls, faster roll rates will decrease your separation and vice versa, so adjust your roll rate as needed to finish the pull down in a good position. The amount of lead pursuit you use is also important. Without enough initial lead, this can end up creating higher separation by the end of the manoeuvre. And if by the end of the manoeuvre your closure is still too high, then you can stay in lag pursuit and this will help you conserve some energy. The next one we look at is the barrel roll attack. You'll use this when you're in lead pursuit at long range and the bandit turns towards you, putting you in front of his 3-9 line. So as he turns, we align our fuselage and begin pulling up, rolling towards his 6 o'clock and managing our roll rate so we're inverted over the top, and then we begin our pull down. And like before, we adjust our pursuit curve to be in an attacking position, but bear in mind that the barrel roll attack is easily countered, so you should only use it against a bandit that's unaware of your presence. The barrel roll attack is used when you've got high closure and angle off, like when you get put in front of the bandit's 3-9 line during their turn. The goal is going to be to reduce the closure and angle off as well as your turn radius. To do one, you're going to need a steeper climb to help reduce that turn radius, and you're going to manage your roll rate so you're inverted over the top of the bandit. Then you continue the roll to align your fuselages and pull to come down onto the bandit. By aligning fuselages initially, this will help you avoid overshooting the bandit's flight path. And if you have a high initial separation, you can unload over the top or roll slower to close in on the bandit 6. And as we said, you don't want to use this against a bandit that's aware of you. The first way we'll look at how to defend against lag rolls is we're going to barrel roll back towards him after he does it. So as he goes up, he begins rolling away from us. We're going to reverse and begin our own barrel roll back towards him. So hopefully with his excessive closure and our nose high attitude, we're able to force a position to where we can get behind his 3-9 line, or at the very least, negate his initial position advantage, or possibly force a horizontal or rolling scissors. The second way we'll look at defending it is similar to what we do for a high yo-yo. So as he goes nose high, we're going to maintain our bank angle and do an unloaded extension. This will give him the impression that we're still turning, but we get speed and distance away, which we can then use to come back towards him and force a neutral pass, or we could escape. And in this case, we're going to reverse, and then we're going to force a rolling scissors. When flying defense against lag rolls, we want to begin them when the bandit starts rolling away and goes nose high. The goal is going to be to defeat his maneuver and either escape or at least neutralize their initial advantage. If you're barrel rolling into the bandit, as the bandit goes nose high behind you, you can reverse and then barrel roll back into them. This way, you can either force the scissors or you may end up finishing behind the bandit's 3-9 line. If you're trying to unload, then you want to make sure you're unloading when they go nose high without changing your bank angle. This way it gives them the impression you're still turning. Then you got some distance and speed which you can use to maneuver to try and force a neutral pass, scissors, or an extension. That completes the video on how to do lag rolls and their defense. If you liked it, let me know with a like button or a comment, and don't forget to be a subscriber with that bell icon, and this way you can see new videos as they're released.